Dolabina, good morning, namaskaram, assalamu alaikum. Ladies and gentlemen, I know the program has gone on for a while, so I won't be very long. And firstly, my apologies for the delay, as the Panditji did highlight there were some important things that had turned up, and thus the delay. But this is, of course, a very auspicious occasion because, as you know, markets throughout Fiji are what we call melting pots. This is where everybody comes together, whether they're coming from far away as Bukuya over here to sell stuff, or from Singatoka, or from wherever else they come down here to sell. You have the market vendors from all over the place. A lot of women market vendors we have. And of course, we then have people who come to the market. Nadi in particular, of course, also gets a lot of tourists coming here. Nadi is the what we call the door to Fiji, is the entry point of Fiji. This is where most of the tourists come to Nadi. We have the international airport. Nearly 99% of all the tourists that come to Fiji come by plane. And the only international airport that's operating 24/7, of course, is Nadi International Airport. So Nadi market plays a very significant part. But today we are here, of course, to celebrate, to commemorate, and to recognize three occasions. One of them, of course, being the Women's Day, as highlighted by Maulana Sahib. He mentioned about how important it is, even in the Islamic tradition, where it says you have to value women. There's a saying that heaven lies at the feet of your mother. If you respect your mother because she's born you for 9 months, she goes through the birth pains and she delivers a child. And that pain cannot ever be replicated anywhere else, no matter what you do. And of course, women are very important in our society. Today, as a result of free education, we have more girls in schools than ever before. As a result of access to university studies, we have more women in university than ever before. So government has a policy agenda to ensure that we empower our women. We give them rights that they did not enjoy before. We give them access to various services. As you know, many markets now in Fiji have a place for women to come and sleep. Before, we had women coming from far away. They used to sleep on the footpaths. And, you know, the sanitation was not there, hygiene was not there. So it was a key policy of government to ensure that wherever we have markets, at least the women can sleep with dignity. And that is very, very important. And of course, the Women's Day recognizes the contribution of women to our society. The other reason why we are here, just to take cognizance of the time, is of course to celebrate Independence Day. Independence Day, we're 52 years young now. We gained independence in 1970. Most of the people in Fiji today weren't born at independence time. Because today, 70% of the population of Fiji, the Fijian population, is below the age of 40. 65% of the population is below the age of 35. We as a country are 52 years old. So those of you who are more than 52 years old, you would probably know about Independence Day. Many of you do not know the actual occasion, how Prince Charles came to Fiji, handed over our documents to say we are now independent, 10th of October 1970. This year, of course, the official celebrations was brought to the Western Division. We had a beautiful parade where His Excellency, our President, was present, our Honourable Prime Minister was present at Churchill Park. And I hope some of you were there to enjoy the celebration, at least you saw it on television. We have to be, as again the Maulana Sahib said, we live in a beautiful country. We should cherish the fact that we live in a beautiful country. There are many parts of the world where there is war, there is famine, there is drought, there is civil strife. Today in Fiji, we have unity, we have security. We do not have people dying of starvation in the way that we have in other countries where there is famine. We don't have that. Government has the ability to look after people, even though we have this, the price of goods are going up as a result of the war between Russia and Ukraine, and of course because of COVID, we're still able to assist people. Whether it's 360 or whether it's the inflation mitigation where we gave $1 a day per child, which works out to $180 for the 6 months. All of those things we have the ability to do. So as citizens, as Fijians, we have a responsibility to contribute to our country. And contribution to our country, I don't mean by giving money. I mean by very simple things. By when you finish your packet of bean or twisties or whatever it is, don't throw it on the street. Throw it in the rubbish bin. Even if you go down the nice road that we have, the 4-lane road from Matintar all the way to the airport, I was ringing up the chairman of the Nadi council, and I said to him, please get the people out to clean up all the plastic and all the rubbish that's thrown between the beautiful bougainvilleas on the side of the road, in between the road. All of this can be avoided if you just put your rubbish in the rubbish bin. If you're in the bus, keep the rubbish in your pocket. Go home and throw it in the rubbish bin. Very simple act, but it's a patriotic act. Very simple thing. We talk about climate change. Nadi, of course, as you know, has been the victim of many floods in Fiji. Whenever there is any heavy rainfall, Nadi gets flooded. We've got a major project, about $300 million worth of desilting, what we call desilting Nadi River, doing some diversions, doing some rehabilitation. So climate change is very real. So all of us as victims of climate change, we need to ensure that we also look after our environment. Don't cut down trees for the sake of it. In fact, plant more trees. Don't burn things that you're not supposed to burn. Don't go and burn tires. It causes bad gas into the air. It what we call depletes the ozone layer. All those things we have to be cognizant about. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are very small ways that we can contribute towards our country. Be nice to each other. Be good to each other. You know, sometimes we may get, in the heat of the moment, say things, but 10 minutes later you regret. There's a saying that once the words depart from your tongue, you can't get it back. Sometimes in the heat of the moment, you may say something very nasty, and you can cause somebody the greatest hurt ever. A physical hurt sometimes can be healed, but when a word hurts you, it stays with you forever. So we need to consider that. All of us are brothers and sisters in humanity. There's a saying, one of the followers of the Prophet, he had said that I have two types of brothers. He said brothers, meaning brothers and sisters, brothers in faith and brothers in humanity. Brothers and sisters in faith and brothers and sisters in humanity. God, we all God's children. We all God's creatures. Irrespective of what we look like, whether we're black or white, whether we have straight hair, curly hair, frizzy hair, whether we live in Bukuya, whether we live in Denrao. We're all God's children. There are two things that will happen always. You get born, you come with nothing, and when you die, we're all going to die. It's an inevitability. When we die, we'll go with nothing. But sometimes when we are living, we forget that. Because in the pursuit to get things, we get nasty with people. In the pursuit to get things, we do naughty things. But you must remember always that when you die, you'll go with nothing. So these are very basic things that we have to remember. Very fundamental things we must remember. Let's love each other, be nice to each other, be good to each other. Because ultimately, as the Maulana Sahib said, that the strength of the country lies in the people. It lies in the people. We were here on last week, Friday. We've now put these TV sets, two over here, one on the other side. This entire market has got now free Wi-Fi. Why did we do that? We did that to empower the market vendors. We did that to empower the people in the market. You have access to information. You have access to knowledge. You have access to entertainment. So all of these things is put together because as a nation we want to not only become prosperous, but be able to have equality in our country. So these are the things we must cherish. The third point, of course, is that we are here to also commemorate and celebrate Diwali. In the Hindu philosophy, Diwali is not only about lighting the lights. It's about the triumph of good over evil. That's one of the most significant factors of Diwali. The triumph of good over evil. In other words, good will prevail over evil. We must understand that. We are very lucky in Fiji. We are the only Pacific Island country in this entire region, I understand also in the Northern Pacific, where we celebrate Easter, we celebrate Christmas, we celebrate Diwali, we celebrate Prophet Muhammad's birthday. And we have public holidays for that. No other country in the South Pacific has that. Not even Australia and New Zealand. So we are very lucky because we all get to eat the sweets Diwali time. We all celebrate Christmas. Everybody gets into the Christmas spirit. Of course, you know, we have things like Eid. We get to participate in that, go and visit people in their homes and eat samai, eat the barfi during Diwali. Some people go and kill a goat during Christmas, do the lovo, whatever it is. So that's something that we should value. That's something that is very unique to us. And today we have, as you know, the ability to practice all our different faiths in Fiji. We have the ability to teach all our faiths in the schools. And Diwali, of course, is very, very significant. So I'd like to us to just sometimes when we have these occasions, it's not only about the celebration. It's an opportunity for us to think how we are doing as human beings. Are we being good people, no matter what faith you follow? Whether you follow Hinduism, whether you follow Christianity, whether you follow Islam, whatever faith you may follow, it's a time for you to reflect about yourself. Am I following my faith in the right way? Am I doing the basic fundamental things? Am I being nice to my neighbor? If this market vendor is here, if he's selling tomatoes, the other guy is selling tomatoes, are we like being enemies with each other so I can sell more tomatoes than him or her? Or are we just being nice to each other? These are very basic things. You know, this thing keeps on moving. There's a saying that, you know, during the Prophet's time too, they say when you're walking down the road, if you see something sharp, if you see something that's going to hurt the next person, pick it up and put it on the side. It's an act of worship. A smile is a charity. When people smile at you, you automatically feel good. Why do all the tourists want to come to Fiji? Because they see all of us smiling. The question we have to ask ourselves, do we smile at each other as Fijians? Or do we only smile at the tourists? That's what you have to ask. Don't just put on our smiles for the tourists. Put on the smiles for each other, our fellow Fijians. That's very important. So ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, I'll round off, but I'd like to thank all the Pandit Ji, the Maulana Sahab, I'd like to also acknowledge the administrator, the chair of the administrator, Lawrence, who is here with us, Lawrence Kumar, and Sanjit Patel, who is also one of the administrators. I'd like to thank the Nadi Market Vendors Association for organizing this and putting this together. Please work with each other. Please help each other. Have one voice to be able to also liaise with your council so we can improve things. There's always room for improvement. And let's actually celebrate the uniqueness of all of us being Fijians and living in our beautiful country. Thank you.